What's up, everybody? YouTube live. Okay, I just left and I made a crucial mistake because I had a bunch of guys talking to me on Instagram because Instagram is my biggest following, like 119,000 people on Instagram. But I've been talking to guys like um, B Mac and Brandon McCaffrey. He's like kind of a mentor to me in like the creator space. And he's always saying, you gotta get on YouTube. You gotta be more. That's where it's at. So here I am. Now, do I expect anybody? I only have like 3,000 followers or 2,800 followers here on YouTube. Do I expect anybody to come on here and talk? No, I do not. Do I expect people to watch this later? Yes, I do. So, hey, thanks for watching. Um, So I'm just going to be here and ramble. I was rambling over there. We talked about best grapplers and all the questions you can ask. So that if you want to catch what I talked about there on that live, go to my Instagram. I just posted that here. But here I am today. I want to talk about a couple things. I want to talk about cardio and I want to talk about finishing it. Okay. So one thing what I've learned about cardio, and I know why this is, but have you guys ever wondered why when you're on top and you're like pushing the pace on somebody, you're not tired? But when you're on defense, when you're on your back or you're in half or you're on the bottom or you're in side control or you're mounted, you gas quicker. Obviously, it's because you're playing defense, you don't know what's coming and your breathing is off. But is fatigue a mindset? If you're being offensive on your back, can you keep your fatigue better? Um, that's just something I was thinking about. What's up, dude? How's it going? Uh, so yeah, I mean, we got here. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to work. Oh, so what's up, dude? I really don't know how to work YouTube very well. I'm learning. I want to be better at it. I go live all the time on Instagram, um, and I'm good there because people be talking. But now you just hear this ramble. Go for it. Um, I just want to come on here and say how thankful I am for all of you guys who have decided to follow me on all my things. Whether I have 8 people in here. Wow, hell yeah, dude. What's up, guys? How's it going? Any questions? I'm ready to ask them. Shoot away, dude. Let's freaking get weird. Um, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who has supported me from like nothing. I had no followers, and now I have a pretty big platform, which I'm tremendously grateful for. So I just want to say thank you for everybody who's like liked my stuff, not liked my stuff, shared my stuff, thought my stuff was cringy. All you guys are great. And for everybody out there who's like struggling at their belt, sometimes you guys feel like your belt is heavy and you're like, why am I doing this? I'm beat up, I'm hurt, I don't know what to do. Gotta stick with it. You guys, every belt will be heavy, guys. Every belt that you have up the ranks will be heavy. There will be days where you will be like driving home in your car, just like, what happened? I don't know what's going on. Like I've been doing this for 6 years and I got beat. How is this happening? Am I even getting any better? That is normal. That is so normal. It is so normal in this game to get into a rut. The greats get into a rut. Work right now, gotta see my patients, but I listen to the podcast every day at work. Good balance of funny and technique. Dude, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I try. Look at, I created this social media because my origin story is, which if you guys follow me, probably know. Raised by my grandparents for most part of my life, and there was no social media back then, and I forgot about them. And when I forget about my grandparents, I didn't I didn't want that to happen to my kids. I didn't want that to happen to my grandparents. So I want to put something out here, especially on YouTube. YouTube is where I can be a little bit more, be more who Matt is. I didn't know what I was going to do with YouTube, so I want to be more myself, not so much the OS Nation funny guy. I want to be more authentic for you guys and more realistic and down to earth of who I am as a martial artist, as a dad, as a husband. So that's what I'm trying to be here on YouTube. And I want this to be a place where my kids can come and they can be like, if something tragically happened to me, they'd be like, I want to see what dad is. Now we've seen all these celebrities in the space passing away this last couple of weeks. And like that has like really been weighing on my head where it's like, we've got to empty the tank. And I know I posted a video on this the other day, but it's really resonated with me since seeing all these tragic things happening, and especially the crazy world it is right now. If you find something that you guys love, if there's something that you're passionate about and there's something that like you really, really want to do, you got to do it. You can't like working for the man, doing something you hate is the worst thing. That's not what we're designed to be. It's all made up by the bigwigs in this world to hold us down. If you want to do jujitsu, do jujitsu. If you want to start a YouTube, start a fucking YouTube. If you want to be whatever it is, you need to do it. And you got to empty the tank. And don't leave no gas in this vessel. Don't leave like, man, I wish I would have done this. I have regrets of that when I was younger. I wish that there were certain sports I would have tried that I never did because I was kind of nervous and scared. I don't want that for anybody. You need to do what you want to do because we only get one shot at this thing. And when it's gone, it's gone. And if you're going to leave your name, people should stand up like, man, that guy just did it, dude. Whatever he wanted to do, he did it. When I started doing social media, there were so many people saying like, what are you doing? Why are you even doing that? You have a good job. Why? What's up with you? Why are you, who you think you are? Hey man, let me live. You live, let me live, and we'll see you at the top. You got to do what you got to do. So for all you guys who've like supported me, like shared a meme or liked my stuff, I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have no idea. And if you ever see me in public or you ever see me, like you come up to your boy wants to meet you. I want to shake your hand and I want to tell you thank you. So, but like, yeah, I was told, come to YouTube, do your lives on YouTube. You can make more money there. Hey, that's why I'm here. If you know me, you know your boy wants a Corvette. You know, I'm trying to buy a Corvette and I only got a couple years to do it because I can't buy one over 45 years old. Because then I'm that old dude with the Corvette. If I buy one, I'm still what, 41? I still got a couple years. If I buy one before 45, I'm still cool with it. If I'm over 45, then I'm the old dude with the Corvette. And then that looks bad, you know? So I got a couple years to make this money. What's up? What's up? How's it going? But yeah, for the guy listening to the podcast, hey, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. The podcast is doing so well. So well. Kenny has been such a blessing for me. Seriously, a serious blessing for me. If you don't know the backstory about Kenny and I, you're going to learn it right now. The backstory of Kenny and I is I taught a class for him at his academy. His professor and me are we're longtime teammates, and his professor asked me if I wanted to come teach a class at his academy. I showed up. Kenny DM'd me, said he liked the class, and then I followed him and followed back, and he was like, hey, he would always like disagree with me on stuff. I'd be like, man, I'll freaking do this. And he's like, that's lame. You should do this. And I'm like, dude, we disagree a lot. I was like, we'd probably have a pretty good podcast. Why did I say that? I have no idea. Something told me to say that to him. He DMs me back a picture of all these cameras and all this stuff. All the stuff that I'm talking right now, this is all his. And he was like, I got the stuff. And I was like, don't tease me, bro. And literally, we thought of a name of the podcast that day. And then 4 days later, I showed up at his house, the second time ever meeting him, and the first time like really actually talking to him. And we recorded episode 1, the BJJ blind date, and it did very well. And we've been off to the races. And right now we're like one of the, I'm not over exaggerating, we're probably the fastest rising jiu-jitsu podcast in the last couple of years. And that's all because of you guys. And it's all because you guys like what it is. And we have such good flow me and him, and it's like it was meant to be. So that's the story of Kenny and I. And he's such a blessing to me. Like, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. I don't know how to do. He knows how to do all the gadget stuff, and he's got all the stuff. He's got a passion for it. And like, when you find somebody who's like got like minded, who wants the same goals as you want, you can make some real stuff happen. So you got to find your people. I put a post on Threads today, and I said, finding a friend is great, but finding a brotherhood through battle in the room is something special. And I think that's what jiu-jitsu brings. Jiu-jitsu brings brotherhood, instant brotherhood, instant friends, instant affirmation. It brings people together from all different facets of life. You can be like, everybody's a doctor at something. We got a doctor in construction. We got a doctor in this and that. And so like, you have so many smart people. I think before like sports and before martial arts teams, a lot of times, a lot of guys just get their information from their mom or from their dad. And then when you get like 22 and you start realizing, like, man, well, mom and dad didn't know what the hell they were talking about. That was horrible advice. You go to jiu-jitsu and you're like, man, I'm struggling with taxes. Well, so Jim's a tax guy. Oh, I got a leaky roof. Well, what's his name's a freaking contractor. Like, there's so many great people in the game that you could just like pick their brain, and that you develop this brotherhood through battle. That's something that's irreplaceable. It's irreplaceable. And I mean, I found that with Kenny. I was like, I'm a meme guy. I do some talking head stuff, but I really don't have a direction where I'm going. And then Kenny's like, I'm a video guy. I got all the podcast stuff. And he was just like, fell right into my lap, like a prayer. And boom, off to the races. And me and him are going to take this game over. I promise you. And that's because I refuse not to. When I first started doing social media, a lot of people said I was dumb. I shouldn't do it. What are you doing that for? Why? You got a good job, like I just said. And I said, because I'm going to do it anyways. And I proved them wrong. And when I started training jiu-jitsu, a lot of people said I was dumb. Like, why are you doing that? You're learning under a blue belt. There's not even a black belt around. You're never going to get your black belt. I said, I will get my black belt. I got it in 2018. My next goal is I want to get my coral belt. That's like 25 years from now. I'm going to get it. A lot of that might sound crazy to some people, but I'm going to do it. Because when I put my mindset to something, I do it. And that's the plan. And I want to be the best jiu-jitsu podcast in the space. And we're already up there. And it was only been 2 years. And I plan on keeping it going. And I have dreams of being like the Pat McAfee of jiu-jitsu. I want to be that guy that can do anything. I can do interviews. I can do comedy. I can do talking head stuff. I can do podcasts. I can compete. I can fight people. I can, whatever you need. I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm here to learn. I'm here to win. I'm here to lose. I'm here to develop a game. I'm here to develop a style. And that's what I want to be. And I think everybody should want to do something like that. Everybody should stop, look in the mirror, and be like, all right. If I was like, I heard this on the internet, so it's got to be true. You got to look at yourself and you got to be like, if I was watching my movie, what would I be screaming at the TV? You know what I mean? Would I be like, go date that girl, take that job? What are you doing? Like, you got to do that. And I feel like I did that. I self-assessed. I look like the Incredible Hulk. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hey, dude. I've been called a lot of things. That's probably the coolest. Some people say, what is that? It look like Ted Lasso. I've got that with this mustache. I'm trying this mustache thing out right now. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it. I don't know if I'm going to stay with it. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but as of now, I am rocking the mustache. Incredible Hulk. I look Carlos Rodon. If you guys watch the Yankees, Carlos Rodon, yeah, I get him a ton. People say I look like him. R.I.P. Catherine O'Hara. Oh yeah, dude. Macaulay Culkin's mom in Home Alone. R.I.P. Dude. We lost a lot of good people. She was older, but still young. I think she was like in her 70s. Well, we lost James Vanderbeek. We lost that guy from Grey's Anatomy. That was sad. I saw his little saying to his kids. That really freaking got me today. I saw his little saying like, "Be strong," telling his kids his goodbye message. I'm like, fuck. As a dad, could you imagine? I couldn't imagine having to say goodbye to my kids, dude. I have little kids. I have little kids, and I like leaving them. And his kids are like 10 and like 8. Could you imagine? Like, there's so much like that's crazy. As a guy, like personally, don't like touch too much because I just don't feel like people want to hear it. But hello, my friend. Bye, Bun Juniper. But how are you? I'm doing good, bro. How are you? Thanks you for tuning in. Um, I don't like to talk about this too much, but because I don't like to force feed this people. But I am a religious man, and I struggle. As a religious man, sometimes I'm like, man, everybody's like, oh, can't wait to go to heaven. That's something I can't wait, and I want to go there as well. But there's so much I want to do here, and like I love my life, I love my family, I love my kids. I wanna walk my daughter down the aisle someday. I wanna do cool things with my son. I wanna go to ball games with him. Like I'm not ready for that yet. You know what I mean? So like, and I don't know if that's good or if that's bad as a Christian man. I don't know. I don't know. That I've had some elders in my family be like, you shouldn't think like that. You should just want to go. They're gonna go too. And I'm like, but I really enjoy I really enjoy all this. Like I'm in a moment in my life growing up with like in bad situation with a lot of stuff, like bad stuff happening and crazy stuff. Let's not get into that. But to where I am now, like I definitely had protection. I definitely had like a someone from upstairs was protecting me and keeping me safe and keeping my mind right because I could have very easily went like that way. You know what I mean? But I didn't. Something was keeping me safe, and I'm thankful for that. And I know he's got a plan. I know the man's got a plan, but hopefully it's to stay down here a little a little longer and enjoy um the good old days. Because I like I said on my last live, there's that slogan in what is it, The Office, where guys like, I wish people would tell me, I wish people would have told me we're in the good old days before we left them. Like I feel like right now I'm in the good old days. Family's healthy, kids are healthy, life is good. I'm making some money in jiu-jitsu. I'm getting support from my following and you guys. Things are doing great. And I know just like that, it could just go. Something bad could happen. And so like, I'm trying to embrace it. I'm trying to live in the moment. I'm trying to love it. And I'm going to empty the tank. I'm going to give all I got. Much respect to you too, brother. Black belt. So the guy says a black belt in judo and a purple belt in gi. That's pretty good, bro. You're on your way to being a double black belt. I'm not a double black belt. That is pretty impressive. So I think I'm about done here. It's midnight here in Southern California. Live on YouTube. This is the first time. I kind of liked it. I think I'm going to start doing this more. It wasn't bad. I was like, man, no one was going to be there. No one was going to show up. And you guys showed up at midnight. I'm pretty thankful for that. So I thank you guys. I think this is my first YouTube live. And I'm going to do more. I will. And I didn't think anybody was going to come here. I thought I was just going to be able to talk a little bit and get off. And you guys could ask some questions and did some cool stuff. So for that, I'm thank you all. Come on here more, tell you what my plan for the week is, what I got going on, training, tips. I'll answer questions. I'll break down technique questions, whatever you guys want. You know, like I said in my short that I posted here on my little funny documentary thing, I'm not one of the greats. I'm not even one of the best, but I am one of the pretty goods. And I am a black belt. I'm a legit black belt. And if you got questions, I'll answer them. If you want to be my friend, I'll be your friend. Excuse me. And but yeah, again, hey, stay safe out there. Get some sleep, get some rest. It's late. It's late over here in the United States. So good night, everybody. And I'll catch you on the next one. Now, how do I hang this thing up? This is where I'm trying to look at. I'm new. Oh, here we go. Boom. See you later. Boss.